Hello, welcome to my podcast. It's called Consensual Conversations, and I like to talk about subjects that feel taboo or don't want to be talked about and people don't want to look at. And at the same time, I love to have conversations with people where there's consent between the two people communicating, and we're talking about all matters of every subject matter you can imagine. So from esoteric and spiritual to, government conspiracies to, cosmic events, to all kinds of things that we need to talk about. So welcome to my show. And I hope you enjoy consensual conversations. Blessings. Today I want to talk about the Lion's Gate. It's a few days after the Lion's Gate, but I want to speak to this specifically because of the power transfer that is happening right now. So how that looks is from micro to macro. So we have the micro minutia of society, right? Of what is playing out on the world stage. And then we have the macro cosmic event that is taking place, the moment that we've all sort of been waiting for, where a lot of things are happening and the cosmic energy portals that are open right now, and from July 26th to August 13th, this has been known about for a long time by the secret government, by the powers that be, but also it's been known about for us for a couple of years at least, where we have known that there's going to be this moment in time where things start to shift for real. So speaking to that, the way that it has shown up in my reality was very potent and very present, and I wasn't expecting it at all. But the dragons of the landscape of the earth in different locations are waking up. They've asked us to assist them in waking up and grounding back into the earth plane in a way that feels beneficial for everyone. And so, of course, the dark forces don't want that to happen because they're losing their control and they're losing their food source, right? And energy harvesting has become much more difficult. And so in the last 3 years, they've exposed themselves and the demons have come out to play, and you can see it in society. You can see it in people that are hosted. And what I mean by hosted is people that are hosting entities or interdimensional beings that are controlling their thought forms and their actions on some occasions, more often than not. So I call that hosted, a hosted human. And it has become evidently clear that that is happening on our planet right now. And wow, and the speed at which everything is going and the rate and how fast things are moving and how loud the world has become. And, a lot of people have actually talked about this, but not on a public level. And now it has been brought to the world stage, and it's playing out through the political, mainstream media and the political parties and the dance that everyone is playing with each other and the battle that is ensuing with the exposure of pedophilia and energy harvesting and human trafficking and all the ways that it's showing up in our reality, false prophets. So there's many ways that this happens, and, we go about these witnessings of these events that are happening. But here's the thing. This is all a game, right? And so the game of the Matrix, the world stage, is one game, okay? And the real game of life is another. And so what I have discovered is the only way that I can actually play the game and move as fast as I need to move for what's happening in terms of the energy that's moving through the system is to be in the real game, right? And to be grounded, though, in the game of the matrix game. Because the only way that I can actually move through life is through the game of the matrix. So the physical matrix is required in order for us to have this game and to be able to play the game properly for ourselves as we experience life happening and we experience these cosmic energies being deposited onto the planet. And to be able to assist in that game, we have to be willing to step into the matrix game completely and be witness to the world stage and what's happening. So with that, I just want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to my perspective. I don't feel that I have wanted to share, and now I feel compelled to share my experience. So this podcast is going to be a very present experiential witnessing from my perspective, because I go through a lot of energy portals, energy movement, and I don't speak to it normally because it needs to be under wraps, but there are moments where afterwards I need to speak to what has taken place. So in the past couple of weeks, since July 26th, since this portal opened, I have been working with others with the land and with a particular latitude to assist in the dragons waking up, because they are waking up and they've asked for support. And during that process, we have activated the dragon heart, which then set off the other dragons on the same latitude. And so we've been working across that latitude, and Siberia has literally lit on fire, 6 million acres. So that we're working with that now. And so there's just so many layers and levels to what's happening. And then meanwhile, at the same time, down on some other latitudinal lines and longitudinal lines, we have other activities happening. So it's all intersecting and it's all coming together, and the magnetic light grid of the earth is lighting up in a way like it never has, because it has the amount of energy necessary to light up. And so, as a result of that, what is interesting is that the places where the densities lie, the places where there's negative reversal grids in place, the places where the dark magic is still present, are glaringly obvious, and they're becoming more and more present and obvious to those of us who work on those levels with those energies. And we know what that means. And so my job has been in full speed ahead for 24/7 for some time now, but especially in this past 2 weeks. And with this Lion's Gate, the information that I've received is that the raw power that is harnessed through the energy of the planet is also available, lightning, raw power is available to us. And that power is being transferred. It's been harnessed so long by the powers that be, and now we are actually getting access to that power. And so we have to grab our staff of power and allow the lightning to come through and stake it into the ground and allow it to move through our entire body and to harness it and ground it here in our bodies so that we can step into our full mission and be in our full power with this energy, and to be able to utilize this energy for the benefit of all. So this is an important piece, because the benefit of all beings is extremely important in this scenario, because all the beings, all the sentient beings, and even the rock people, which you don't think are sentient, they are sentient. So it's like all systems, all ecosystems, all planes of existence within this multidimensional matrix that we live in, they are all being affected by this energy. And if we can work together to experience these things as a collective in interdependence with each other, it gives us this opportunity to really step forward in our mission. And it gives us an opportunity to step fully into why we're here. Why did we birth into this body at this time? What is that about? What are we here to do to contribute to this transition, to this shift that is happening? The event, right? We didn't come here just to hang out. Maybe some of us did. But most of the souls that are on this planet birthed in at this specific time for a very specific reason. And so now is the time to look back in your life in this particular incarnation and to look at all the tools that you've been given and all the tools that you have already developed, and how do those integrate with your mission here and what you're meant to do. And what is it that gives you joy and helps you feel like you are thriving? What makes you feel that spark inside of your heart that brings forward your passion and your drive? What is that? What is that? Let's look at that. Let's ponder that, the existence of that energy within your system. And if you haven't felt that, it's okay. Start by just looking at what feels good to you. Like what feels really good and makes you feel alive, right? And go with that and to try to bring that and cultivate that energy and harness that power in a good way for the benefit of all. That's a focus that can be right now, and it's fine to just, there's no judgment for whatever it is. Just allow yourself to explore the ideas and the possibilities of what that looks like. So with that, I'm going to sign off here. I have 3 minutes left. It looks like I only get 15 minutes. And I just want to say thank you so much for being here and for listening and witnessing and being a part of my journey. I love you so much, and I send you all the blessings of golden, platinum, diamond, iridium, source light energy for your journey here. May it be beautiful and fruitful and prosperous and full of joy and whatever else you need to feel in your heart for your own benefit and for the benefit of others. And please join me again. I will definitely be sending this off and doing this hopefully more often than not. Because, I've been hesitating with these podcast situations, but I definitely want to be able to do this more often. So I'm sending you love. Enjoy your day. Happy Lionsgate. Be in it. Be in the game with me. I'm rolling with you. I'm riding the wave. Love you. Blessings.